So that's Obama on the Edmund Pettus, soon to be John Lewis Bridge. I just thought it was a pretty powerful image to have the first African-American, the first mixed race president on that bridge, like with such a powerful stance.
There's a road where we're walking on thunder, where we all go deliver ourselves. We lay down by the trees we hung under, so we own every part of ourselves.
There's a road where we're walking on thunder, where we all go deliver ourselves. We lay down by the trees we hung under, so we own every part of ourselves. There's been times in me where there's been shame, and I am sure at this point that it was not self-generated. It's very much in the water that we swim in, that is the United States, and its history and how it operates. But there was shame around like just growing up being, going to UC Berkeley and having, people point me and the few other African American and Latino math majors out because they could recognize our melanin. Like, let me just make it real. There were about 6 or 7 of us, Black students, Latino students, in the math department. And we all show up one day to this class. Now this class is an upper division class, so it probably has about 30 students total in it. And we're about 6 or 7 deep, so we are at least like 25%. But as we're walking in together, the professor turns around, looks at us, confused, and then proceeds to say, we're gonna need to get a metal detector at the door as we're walking in. So there's a lot of shame and you don't belong and you're not right that goes into the water of the United States for African American Black people. We lay down by the trees we hung under, so we own every part of ourselves. It's like it doesn't own us anymore. This happened. This does not define who I am. This is not what I am made up of. And putting the experience in honest context instead of holding it as embarrassing. I remember being a freshman at Berkeley, and Berkeley was a really good experience, but I realize I'm sharing some bad stories. But I remember being a freshman at Cal. I'm the only Black person on my floor, and I got out of the elevator. My door was right across from the elevator, and I look on my little board on my door, and it says nigger. That's never been in my experience. Nobody's ever called me that. Nobody ever has a right to call anybody that. But it was on my door, and I remember looking down the hall being like, oh shit. But feeling like it was my fault or it was my responsibility. I remember pulling that note off and never saying anything to anybody for years. So it's like I had to carry that. So until we actually take out those pieces that are not ours, that people project and put on us, only then, we lay down by the trees we hung under. It's like we're coming in ceremony to say, I am reclaiming all of myself.
There's a road where we're walking on thunder, where we all go deliver ourselves. We lay down by the trees we hung under, so we own every part of